People are always saying that I should switch my mobile phone tariff in order to qualify for lower rates and more data. Only last week I was speaking to Joyce, who works in a call centre for one of the big phone companies, and she was telling me all about a special offer that she's in charge of.
It's so easy. All you have to do is ring me up and I'll put it on the computer that you joined last year, but now you're dead. And then I'll put it that I've notified the disconnection team, only I won't actually do it, so you'll be able to use your phone as much as you like, and I'll even put it in there that you can use it in other countries, but because they'll think you're dead, you won't ever get a bill. I've been doing it ever since I started, and most of the people I know haven't had a phone bill in months. I know the company's losing a bit of money, but they make millions, don't they? They'll never miss it.
That Joyce, she doesn't half go on. Hello again and welcome back to Poison Bread Roulette, a brand new game show in which celebrity chef Claire Padwick bakes a loaf of bread, carefully slices it into equal pieces and lightly dusts one of them with sodium cyanide. Okay, so the loaf of bread has been pre-baked and I can confirm there are 15 slices today, exclusive of the crusts of course. We wouldn't ask anyone to eat those. So if you'd like to refer to your handbook, choose your slice and give us a ring on the usual number to place your bet. Whilst you're doing that, here's some light music. Well, the phone lines are now closed, and here comes our first contestant of the evening. Obviously, he's our only contestant because tonight he'll be eating slices of bread until he's unable to breathe and falls over onto the floor. But don't worry, because the very second he hits that floor, our medical team will be over to him like a flash to make sure they record the exact time of death for anyone who's chosen to bet on that rather than the slice number. Okay, here we go. Now, obviously, he has absolutely no idea what's happening here this evening. I believe the story he's been told is that he's part of some market research on behalf of the bread companies or something, and that he's going to receive £5 for his participation. I can see one or two members of the audience here tonight look as though they might enjoy a slice of bread now and again, and who can blame them? Our contestant can't see the audience, of course. We had a letter last week from a lady asking how we managed to keep everything secret from our contestants with a live studio audience. But, of course, the young man here tonight has no idea he's being watched by about 500 people. They're all watching on monitors whilst he's in a soundproof booth, and I'm keeping an eye on things from behind special glass. Right. So that's 2 slices down already, and he still appears to be going strong. I can tell you that he's looking very pleased with himself at the moment. Probably never had any bread as delicious as the stuff he's eating now. Claire Padwick, of course, an internationally renowned artisan baker. Her bread is available in some of the finest supermarkets throughout the world. Right, the 3rd slice has been finished, and we're on to the 4th now, so bad luck all you early birds out there, better luck next time. But remember, there are still 12 slices of this delicious bread remaining. Any one of them could cause the cells in this young man's body to stop using oxygen for cellular respiration, leading to anoxic brain injury, severe convulsion, and of course, agonizing death. Once again, just a quick reminder that the bread we're using here tonight is from the bakery of Claire Padwick, and if you'd like to place an order, just give us a ring on the usual number. I understand we have a team of operators standing by, waiting for your call. It really is the nicest bread you can imagine. Soft, light, something of the Victoria sponge about its consistency, but of course with all the goodness of whole grains. My wife won't have any other brand in the house these days. Okay, so the 4th and the 5th slices have both been eaten, and I can see he's just started on the 6th. I wonder if this might be the what? Oh yes, here we go, it's starting, here it is, yes. His eyes bulging out of his head, shoulders tensing, instinctively grabbing at his throat. I think he's trying to spit the stuff out of his mouth, but of course it's too late for that now. And there he goes, there are the spasms, and he's gone down. Here comes the medical team, grabbing his wrist there. They want to be absolutely certain they get the time of death as accurate as possible for us. And I'm just hearing in my ear that it was the 5th slice, the 5th slice. So if you had that one, you're in for a nice surprise when you check your bank balance on Monday. And here comes the time of death. The monitor here is flashing, so it'll just be a few moments more. And yes, the official time of death is 3 minutes 54. That's 3:54. Well, that's all we have time for here this evening. Another splendid spin of the poisoned bread roulette wheel. Thank you once again to Claire Padwick for another of her stellar creations here tonight. Thank you to the medical team and the people answering the phones. I can see them busy taking orders in the next room already. And remember, you too can get involved. Just sign up for as much market research as you can, and who knows, maybe one day it'll be you convulsing in horrific agony on the floor of Studio 2 as the poison mixes with your hemoglobin, preventing it successfully binding to the cytochrome oxidase enzyme. Thank you at home for joining us. We really do very much hope you've enjoyed the show. Good night.
Drawing some straight lines, eh? One of those straight line drawers? Yeah, I've heard of you. I've heard all about you and the things you get up to when you're drawing straight lines. I suppose next thing is me waking up to see straight lines appearing all over the town. Straight lines on the walls, straight lines on the floors, straight lines everywhere you look. Well, let me tell you one thing, my friend, and I would advise you listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. We had one of your sort round here a few years ago, drawing straight lines all over the place he was. And do you want to know what happened to him? We killed him. We put his body in a sack, and we threw that sack into the quarry. I mean, he's probably still down there for all I know, rotting away in that sack. So just you think about what you're doing with all those straight lines you're drawing. Think about where that behaviour might lead, and if you've got something you think you want to talk to me about, such as when the train that's taking you out of town is leaving from the station, you know where to find me.
Lay back, close your eyes, and relax. Focus on the waves. Remember the happiness of childhood. It didn't work for me. One day at the beach, my dog went missing. Whilst we were looking for it, my younger brother ate a cigarette butt and was sick on the food. He just wiped it off with a cloth and didn't tell anyone. The sandwiches we had for lunch were covered in his stomach lining, but we didn't know. In the afternoon, my cousin got stung by a wasp and went into anaphylactic shock. His arm went really massive. Later on, the dog washed up on the shore.